All right, what's up, y'all? Today I want to talk to you about the commercial cleaning industry, the pros that I see, maybe some of the cons also, because I want to keep it realistic. I don't want to sell you no dream. I'm not trying to sell you no course. I'm not trying to sell you shit. I just want to give you the game, give you the information, free, just how my mentor, my business mentor gave it to me. So before I jump into it, my name is Mahar, and on the channel, I predominantly talk about polygyny, entrepreneurship, and self-development. So if you're interested in any of those topics, you like those kind of things like I do, consider subscribing, consider reaching out to me, because I'm a big fan of people. I love people. I love talking to people and helping people. That's really just who I am. So moving past that, the cleaning industry, a lot of people are turned off by the commercial cleaning industry, or being a janitor or cleaning homes, cleaning buildings, because it's not sexy. That's one of the cons right there. It don't look sexy. It ain't sexy. It ain't sexy enough. Somebody asks you what you do, you say, you're a janitor, or you clean, or you own a cleaning company. It's not sexy. But you know what is sexy? Actually getting shit done, building a real legitimate business. Like you ain't gotta do nothing shiesty. You ain't gotta sell drugs to your people. You ain't gotta just be focused on making these quick flips and barely, like, bro, you can start a cleaning company, right? And one of the beautiful things about the commercial cleaning industry is the low cost startup. Like the barrier to get inside this industry is easy, it's beautiful. It is one of the easiest businesses you can start up on that wise. It's not, you ain't gotta come out of 5 bands, 10 bands, 20 bands, 30 bands, 40 bands, 50 bands. You don't have to. You could, but you don't have to do any of that. You can even start with residential. A lot of people who get into the industry, if you don't know what residential and commercial is, like, let me just briefly explain it. Residential is when you're cleaning homes that people live in. Commercial cleaning is when you clean in businesses, business facilities, offices, churches, warehouses, things of that nature. Dentist offices, you might clean it down, pharmacy, things of that nature. So, and there's pros and cons to both. But today I really want to harp on the commercial cleaning industry. I have done both. I for sure like commercial more because of the consistency. Not to say you can't build clientele up and have residential, like residents that come shop with you or pay for your cleaning service, and they, on a routine, twice a month or once a month. Not to say you can't do that, but the consistency of the janitorial side or the commercial side is just, it's a different vibe to it, right? Because you got a contract. A lot of times in the commercial industry, you got a yearly contract. So let's say you call somebody, you offer your services. They say, you know what, we do need a cleaner. You come in, you get a quota. You walk the facility, you examine it, and then you be like, you'll go back home or to your office or whatever. You write down all the measurements and how many bathrooms, how many offices, what kind of floors they have, things of that nature. Because that's the stuff you're gonna be cleaning. When you're doing commercial, the main things you hitting, just bare minimum. This is just like your normal janitorial job. That's the beauty in it. It's the same stuff. You got trash, you got dusting, you got just the floors. So depending on the type of floors, they could change. You got vacuuming, sweeping, dust mopping, mopping. And that's kind of the main things you're gonna do. You might, depending on if it's what kind of office it is, you might be wiping down some desks. But those are the main things you're gonna do in a janitorial job. And the cleans are a little bit more like, not as tedious. And you don't got nobody standing over you watching you like you cleaning somebody else, like you cleaning somebody's house, So, and for the most part, when you're doing the commercial, I'm kind of giving you some of it. I'm giving you some of the insight. If you've never done it before, giving you some of the insight. For the most part, you can go in anytime after the business close. The business closed at 5 p.m., You can go in there from 5 all the way until they open the next morning. Usually you can go in there anytime you want to. And a lot of people, they love that kind of freedom. A lot of people, they don't want an hourly job where they got to clock in and somebody watching over them and hovering over them. Like, bro, you don't got to babysit. You know what I'm saying? As long as you taking care of business, we not getting complaints. I'm not finna beat up your ass, bro. I'm finna let you do your thing. And a lot of these guys, a lot of these accounts, they the same way. Don't get me wrong, you got your Karens or whatnot who just, do too much. But bro, with my clients that I have now, I don't have a lot of problems. I don't get a lot of complaints. I'm not getting complaints like that. And I got some good contractors. I got some good people who gonna go in there and just do their job. They take care of business. They got the keys to the facility. They're gonna get some money directly deposited into their account every month. My clients, they gonna pay me every month, and it's just chilling. Now I'm making passive income. You see what I'm saying? So it's beauty in it. You know what I'm saying? Not to say it's just easy. It is extremely simple though. It's very simple, but it's not just very easy because you got to put in some work. You got to put in that work, or you're gonna have to put up some money to get these clients. That's one of the challenging parts for me because I ain't got everything in place. But the main thing is, if you can get the clients, let me go back, man, because we not all the way there. We're not all the way there yet. But some of the pros in it is when you go into these facilities, you got freedom. You go into the commercial side, you got freedom. Residential side, ain't nobody just gonna throw you their keys. Everybody not doing that. They want to be home. They worried about you stealing it, and they real tedious. You got different kind of cleans, and you know what I'm saying. It could be different. You're dealing with a lot of different people. But with the janitorial, look, every week you got to go in there and clean it twice. You know exactly. You got a plan and a system that you're gonna go in there. You're gonna knock it out in this order. Boom, 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 boom. You're gonna get in there, get out. Take you 2-3 hours. And it's easy to train somebody to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to teach somebody, look, this is what I want you to do when you get in here. Like that's beautiful in my opinion. And the thing with the commercial is, let's say off one account, you know that you're gonna get $1,000 every month. Every month. Because that's how the contracts go. Every month, I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna clean it twice a week. So it's a total of 8 cleans. I'm gonna make $1,000. It's just like stable income. You know exactly how much is coming in. You know exactly how much is coming in. It's a subscription. Just like Netflix charge you every month, Hulu charge you every month. You're charging your client every month. You got that consistent revenue coming in. You know how much you're gonna do this year. You know how much is coming in. You know how much you're paying your contractor. It's not changing. Unless you pick up another facility and you give them some more work, but auto pay. You getting them checks in the mail, it's coming in on autopilot. You're not doing that much work, especially if you subbing out the work. You know what I'm saying? So if you treat it like a business, you already know in order to make profit, you need to charge a little bit more. You're not just, you gotta charge them to where you can make money and your contractor or your employee that you hire makes money too, right? So it's not complex. It's simple, especially if it's your first business. Like, you're not counting a whole bunch of inventory. You're not doing a product-based business. You're doing a service-based business. So as long as you got a decent client, you got a decent employee or contractor, you're not having to buy a whole bunch of equipment. Look, this is another thing I gotta say. It's low overhead. I already said this. Your cost to get into the industry is low. But when we talk about chemicals or equipment, when you're just doing janitorial, standard janitorial, the things I already mentioned, you're doing the trash, you're doing the floors, you're doing some dusting, like, bro, you're not spending no money. You're not spending no money. You're not spending no money for real. And a lot of these times, like with the accounts that I have, each one of the accounts that I have, they have a janitorial closet filled with a whole bunch of chemicals, filled with the stuff that we need. They already got the liners, like the trash bags that you replace after you pull the trash. They already got a broom and a dustpan and a mop. They already got everything you need for the most part. A lot of these businesses already gonna have what you need. And you know, that's why I say it's a beautiful way for you to jump in and start. You know, so one of the cons would be this same pro. It got to balance out with a con. So because the barrier to entry is so low and it's so cheap, you got to understand a lot of people are going to try and jump in. Like, it's saturated with a lot of people, especially people like at my level or maybe even a lower level, like people who never owned a business before, but they see like how it don't take a lot of money to start it. But guess what? Those same people, they're not being very professional. It's their first time having a business. They don't know how to write up a proposal or a contract to protect themselves. They might not have insurance. They might not have a business. They might not have an actual LLC. They might not have a logo. They might not have a collar shirt with a logo on it. Bro, it's people who pull up to these different businesses to offer their service, and they got on a damn tank top, a crop top. If it's a woman, she got on some spandex tights. But me, I'm gonna show up in a collar shirt with my logo on it, with some khakis. You know what I'm saying? Some nice tennis shoes. I'm gonna look well groomed. I'm gonna smell good. I'm gonna smell, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. And then how I present myself, how I talk, I look like I know what I'm talking about because of my mentor. When it comes to the contracts and the proposals, I know how to write them up because of my mentor. When it comes to pricing a job, I know how to price it because of my mentor and a little bit of experience I had before I jumped in the commercial cleaning industry. So if you had those different things, it's gonna make it a lot more doable. That's why, like, if you follow me on social media, you'll see like my latest video. I talked about, man, if you got the right mentor, you don't need a lot of money. You can jump in this thing. Like, I'm telling you, y'all, when I started out, I bought a starter kit for my mentor. I can't remember how much it was. It wasn't super expensive though, but it was a little bit of money for me at the time. Damn, I don't know how much a starter kit was. I just know I had a backpack vacuum. Look, that's one of the most expensive things that you're gonna buy. When you're starting out, backpack vacuum them things on Amazon, it might cost like $500 or something, but it's worth every dollar, you know what I'm saying? But if you go on Facebook Market, you might be able to find one for cheaper, but you know what I'm saying? You definitely gonna want one of those depending on the accounts you got. If they got carpet, a lot of carpet, don't even come out of that. You need that backpack vacuum. It's essential. You gotta have it. So like a job that'll take you, it's just gonna cut down the time. You need a backpack vacuum. So that's one of the most expensive things. Like, and if I was to compare it to like this business that I have, my transportation business, you already know a backpack vacuum that costs $500 versus a cargo van you see the overhead different. The insurance is different. You know what I'm saying? The gas that you're gonna spend on doing this, different. You know, so if you're trying to jump in, you can jump in. And this is really what I would say, y'all. If I could go all the way back, start from the beginning, and I was gonna create me another commercial cleaning business, I wouldn't spend a dime on equipment. I wouldn't even go get an LLC. I wouldn't buy no insurance. I'm telling you, no chemicals. I wouldn't go buy no washcloths and rags and microfiber cloths, no dusters to get up in the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't go buy a mop. I wouldn't go buy dust. I wouldn't buy shit. I wouldn't buy no wheelbarrow track. I wouldn't buy nothing. All I would start doing is picking up the phone. All I would start doing is door knocking. All I would start doing is trying to, if I was gonna buy something, I would buy some leads. I would buy some leads from somebody who would do the cold calls for me. Like if I had $500 that I was gonna invest in my business, I would probably spend some money on people doing calls, getting me a lead. Basically what the lead would look like in the commercial cleaning side would be, I hire somebody to do some calls for me. And on the call, they asking the people if they're interested in a cleaning company. They'll say, yeah. And basically, the lead would be warm enough for me to pull up to the building, pull up to the facility, and walk their facility and give them a quote. How much I would charge them to do the job. That's all it is. It's not a guarantee that they gonna say yes, but basically you just got the permission. You got an appointment to pull up to their facility and offer your services. Tell them how much you're gonna do it for. You get their email, write up a quote, and bro, it's easy to do these things once you got the knowledge. You know how to do it. You know how long it take you to clean the building, and you know you can factor out your price, how much you want to charge. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would do. I wouldn't spend no money on an LLC. I keep my little $100. Like out here in Oklahoma, it costs $104 to get an LLC. I wouldn't worry about a business bank account at first. You can, but I'm telling you, the most important part is making sure you can make some money. I wasted a lot of time, bro. I had a logo, I had my name, my business name, I had the LLC. Shit, for a minute, I had some insurance rocking. I had all of my equipment, but I ain't had no work. I ain't had no business. So I was just sitting there thinking that shit was gonna come to me. Thinking that because I had an LLC, somebody was gonna they was gonna wanna come work with me. No, bro. You're bootstrapping and you're on the bottom. Don't nobody know who you is. Nobody give a fuck about your company. Nobody's gonna support you. That's not, if you got that mentality, you're finished already. Don't think anybody finna bring anything your way because you got an LLC and no, bro. No. The most important thing is you earning someone's business. So even if you gotta offer somebody a free clean, so they can see how you clean, bro, you got to do anything to get in there, get your foot in the door. And that's what I didn't understand, and I was scared to do that work. Now I'm not scared to do the work. It's just having the consistency and the discipline and the structure in place to continually be able to outreach to people. So setting up a time in the day, every day to do cold calls, setting up a time in the day to go out and knock on doors. It's hard because I got this business and I'm always on the road because this is what I do to just take care of my family and all of the bills and stuff. So now I got a new task of teaching my wives. I had to teach my wives everything that I know so that they could do the things that I want to do for my cleaning company. See what I'm saying? And now we at the point where it's challenging for me to keep them consistent in it. And now I'm at the point where I'm finna hire me a cold caller because it's hard for them to do it consistently. It's hard for me to just hold them consistent. Like I can, but we got children. Like it ain't no excuse. I'm giving you insights of what the real skit is. You gotta get business. You know what I'm saying? The business ain't just gonna come to you. It ain't gonna fall in your hands. If it do, all praises, because you're blessed. But don't bet on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of pros to the industry. Like I said, I don't know if I said this in this video, but this is how I started making passive income. Granted, it's not a lot. I'm not rich. My cleaning business should be doing more money. And the only reason it's not is because of me. You know what I'm saying? But still, all of the information is there. And now that I got results and I got a little bit more skin in the game, I feel comfortable sharing it with you because who knows, you might catch the information and take it way further than I have, way further than I ever will. You gotta understand, man. Like, I got this business. I didn't even plan for this business. This landed in my hand, for real. And I ran with it. Or I drove with it. You know what I'm saying? That was a joke, man. Woo! A big ass deer just popped out in the middle of the road, y'all. Crazy. All right, man. I can't make this shit up. I wonder if you can see it in the camera. Bruh. Man, my heart beat up right now, dog. My adrenaline kicked in, man. Shit. Hold on, man. Give me a few more seconds. That could have been bad. All right. So I've been on here rocking for like 20 minutes. Consider starting you a service-based business. Consider starting you a commercial cleaning business. There's a lot of upside to it. It ain't gonna cost a lot of money to get started. It's really whatever you want to do with it. I know people who younger than me, like, I mean, people who it's these young men that I had the pleasure of meeting. I think they was from New Jersey. I can't remember now, but they was 20 and 21 years old, and they went in business together. They started a commercial cleaning business together, and they like I said, 2021, young men, brilliant though. And I think the first year they started doing like 6 figures, like over 100,000 in revenue. They not taking all of that home because they running it like a business. You see what I'm saying? And your business do got to pay for stuff, like your contractors. You got to pay the people who clean it for you. But the fact that they was able to generate that much money at such a young age with their business, bro, it's doable. I met people who doing $1 million with their cleaning company. I met when I was out there in Vegas, I met a guy who doing 10 million with his business, his commercial cleaning business. So like, you can make some money, even if at the end of the year, out of the 10 million, you only seeing 20%. You know what I'm saying? Which is not bad. That's kind of on par. You might see 20 to 35% of what you do in revenue. You know what I'm saying? He could easily be taking home 2 million. He could easily be seeing that. He could easily be seeing $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, y'all, consider. And if you want more information, reach out to me personally on Instagram or Facebook at Mahar Rakah. Or you can tap in with me on here. You know what I'm saying? I got a little email you can jump on as rakahmahar@gmail.com. I'm not that hard to get in touch with. So if you want more information, more videos like this concerning the commercial cleaning industry and a little bit of experience that I was able to gather since 2023 from my business mentor, let me know. And I don't mind doing more videos, man. I don't mind helping people. I really enjoy it. I think it's good to be a blessing to other people, help other people financially. That's one of the biggest things people struggling with here in America. So, you know, anything I can do to help type stuff. Oh, another thing though, with that being said, I'm not going to do the work for you. And I'm not just going to put money in your hand. You got to do some work. I give you the information. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even a little motivation. Maybe a little bit of inspiration. But I ain't going to do the work for you, man. So if you appreciated this video, it brought you some kind of information, some good information, some value, consider subscribing to the channel. Consider liking and commenting too, because that's probably one of the best ways to help the little channel grow and whatnot. So until next time, man, shalom.